All right, all right. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing over there in Twitch land, YouTube? My channel, Obey Corbian, same as on here. Y'all should check it out. Pretty good stuff over there. Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm going to be discussing something that is pretty relevant to the game that people don't really understand why it's important. And I run into this all the time. I get asked about it all the time. So, I'm just going to throw some information out there to you. This is portrayed for all the ships, especially cruisers, since cruisers are the weakest link in the game, and I don't really care what anybody says that they are. Excuse me. We do have the Hayate over here, so that's going to become a problem. Excuse me. So, damage per minute. It matters for lots of reasons, especially in your XP score, because it involves a lot of things like accuracy. And it's something that you should build your ships on, your commanders on, you know what I mean? It is how much you can get. That's why dispersion is so important. It really is important. So when you're accessing information like for commanders and what type of ship and everything else, you want to look at those things, especially ships like reload speed, things that matter. I'm sorry, I cut my mic off on accident. I was moving around with my controller here. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, when you're doing your ship builds and all that stuff, and what you want to build, commanders and everything else, otherwise, is you want to really make sure that you can build for like reload speed and things of that nature. It really is vital to how the whole thing's going to work for you, and how you want to build your game for not only the meta game and being competitive if that's what you want to do, but it's also just for goofing off and getting the most out of what you can out of the game, and that is, like I was saying, you want to and you need to build for reload speed. Dispersion is important, and you'll need to build on that regardless, as you can see the way the ships work together, whether or not you're going to even be successful in doing what it is you want to do with the ships in the games. So those are the things. Dispersion. The other one is shell grouping. You should have one of the others. And in power within those shots too. It's not all just about like damage. How much damage are you going to be able to increase on each shell of the APs or HEs or whatever? That's not what it is. And this is why a lot of people that play like legendary cruisers and all that choose fire setting cruisers, because they can get more damage out of it, and get more out of the game for themselves, and so on and so forth. As you can see, I'm failing here. I have no backup. Everybody hiding behind islands like cowardly clowns here. It's pretty. It's bad when it's like this. It really is. The other thing that's important is the choice of your commander and how much they're going to be giving you access to those things that you want to do speed-wise, and so on and so forth. You got to be able to do it, So that's why people play with commanders like Cunningham, for example, because they allow them to build on those specific diagrams to, increase reload time, damage if necessary, to, and so on, fire setting abilities, and so on and so forth. So that's the importance of that. When it comes to your legendary builds and all that, it's absolutely necessary to value your damage per minute, especially when you're forced into a cruiser, into specific situations. Cruisers, you want to be able to just consistently spam fire shells, consistently create, them in positions to where they have to take out um, their what you call it, man, their damage control parties, and run them out, and then get them in permanent floods and everything else. This guy came directly to me. You guys see this shit? Kind of a little weird. And of course, I have no help. This is what's wrong with this game right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And this really affects you how everybody does in the game too. I will not get any crossfires whatsoever with any helpful teammate whatsoever here. Because they don't give a shit. Because they're all crazy crybaby worried about, oh my god, I'm gonna get shot. You know what I mean?